Chassam Sofer says in Parshas Kiseitze, Leisira Esher Echicha Iseyai Nidachim. Yoimar. This means Shelo Yira Beinecha Chas V'Shalom. You should not see, God forbid, Shenishmas Echicha Nidachim Ve'ein Loi Takana Chas V'Shalom. You shouldn't see, again, Shar Echicha Iseyai. The ox and the sheep is referring to people who are acting like a behemoth. You shouldn't see the neshama of your fellow Jew that is cast away, nidachim, ve'ein lo takana chas v'shalom, and there's no way to fix it. V'hisalamta mehem, and ignore them. Hashev tashiveim la'achicha, says the Chassam Sofer, v'yidei zeh v'salamta mimenu l'yayeshem yitshuva chalila. You shouldn't go ahead and ignore it and don't think that the guy can come back. You shouldn't give up on another Jew who is nidachim, which is referring to very, very bad sins. And by doing that, you say, he can't be fixed. You give up. You're miyayish. You give up from trying to get the guy to come back to tshuva because you don't believe in him. Even if your brother is not close to you and you don't know him, Pirish, Shehu B'tachlas Arichuk, says the Chassam Sofer. Even if you find a Jew and he's so far away, he's gone. He could be doing the worst possible things. B'tachlas Arichuk, with the ultimate of separation, he's so far away. Mikol Makaim, the Torah tells us, V'asaftai el toich beisecha, bring him into your home. Just like Rabbi Yochanan did with Rish Lakish, and Hillel did Lahai Geyar to the Gerim. You know the story with Rish Lakish and Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan was in the river, and Rish Lakish was a gangster. He was the head of the gang, and he jumped in. He saw him swinging, right? And he said to him, "Chelach lo'iraisa," whatever, he's schmoozing. He says, "Listen, you think I'm good looking?" Rabbi Yochanan was very good looking. He said, "My sister, okay, she is super good looking. If you do tshuva, I will let you marry my sister." Okay, I've asked you parents to do a lot of stuff. I never asked you to give up your daughter for the gang leader, okay? Must have been a very awkward conversation that night around the dinner table. Yochanan is eating, and he's like, "Hey, sis, what'd you do today?" "Oh, nothing. What'd you do today?" Interesting story. So I was swimming, and I met this amazing gang member who had so much strength. Anyway, so I think you should go shopping for a wedding dress, actually. And I told him that, and she married him. And Rish Lakish became a bar plukta of Rabbi Yochanan. He became equal to argue with Rabbi Yochanan. So what would we say? There's no chance. Give up on him. He's a gang member. He's a gangster. He's a guy gummer, right? Like he's like gone. Rabbi Yochanan didn't give up on him. He just had to up the ante. So, he should come to you. He should be with you until your achicha, your brother, comes looking for him. Pirish l'saif hu yidrash aischa l'lamdei darkei tshuva v'ashevaisalei. Says the Chassam Sofer at the end, Drash achicha aisai. This brother of yours. First of all, it's interesting. You see that even when someone is very, very far away and nidachim involved in very, very bad averis, they're still called your brother. Okay, and you'll see if you bring him into your house, then he's going to go searching out. Yidrash Aiska is going to come looking for you, and then you can bring him back. So I didn't plan on saying this, but I'm just learning this now with all of you wonderful people. And I was just thinking, when I had Home Sweet Home, I never expected any of the kids to anything. I had no expectations. I didn't expect them to stay. I didn't expect them I didn't expect anything. I thought maybe one day I'll see a guy on a motorcycle and they'll say, "Oh, don't kill that guy. He once gave me a meal." Like, I didn't know anything. And I used to have my friend, the Nesiva Shalom Sefer, and I used to always hold it. I was even more into it then than I am now. But I never offered to learn with them. And we took them off the streets and we gave them a beautiful life. Didn't go easy, by the way. They weren't appreciative. All the stuff that I'm telling you is because I know what it's like a little bit. It's much harder when you're a parent. I didn't get appreciation. I should have gotten more appreciation because I'm not the parent. No appreciation. They broke all the rules. And I had to rebuild the trust by not throwing them out when they broke the rules, which I did naturally without knowing that that's going to fix them. But they got fixed. And you know what happened? they came into my house, home sweet home. It wasn't my actual house, but the house, I think if you make a house for them, that's okay. Okay? So they came into home sweet home. And yeah, haya imcha ad droish achicha oisai vashivai saloi l'seifhu yidrosh oischa l'lamdoi darkei tshuva. At some point, each one of them said, what's that book you got always in your hand? What's that book you have on your table? Can we learn it? And I have recordings, because I used to record. I said, let's put it down, let's record it. And let's learn. They sought me after. You don't start the conversation with somebody who's homeless or somebody who doesn't have a home and someone who's far gone and say, let's learn. If people do that, power to them. I'm not against whatever anyone else is doing. What worked for me was I brought them into my life. They were at my Shabbos table. They were at my Yontif meals. They were at our Chalamayid. It was my kids, these kids, those kids, our kids, his kids, her kids, and they were there. And at the end, that's what happened. And almost all of them are from, almost all of them graduated from. There's a few that didn't, and they're still from, and they do mitzvahs, and they try to do mitzvahs. And I always wondered, what was it about these kids that they didn't leave from when everyone else did leave from? And after a long time, I realized they didn't have a home to go to, a stable home to go to, that they felt wanted in. So that means that even our whole program, which worked so well, it can't work if you don't have mom and dad. You're giving your kids a home. Instead of taking some other kid into your house, which other people should do, right? But our kids are home. I get this all the time. But just today I got a text, do you have a home for this girl who her parents don't want her home? And I'm like, no, I don't know who does that. I'm sure there are tzaddikim out there. I'm sure they're out there, but I don't know that. They said, but you work with so many kids. I'm like, all our kids are home. And just for that, I'm dayenu. No matter what your kid is doing in your home, no matter what they're not doing in your home, they're home, in their home, in your home. That's already, because you don't know what it's like out there when the kids are homeless or feeling emotionally homeless, and that causes them to do terrible things. No matter how you slice it, it's all bad. It's all bad. So you guys are all doing what the Chassam Sofer said. I want to encourage you, if you can, to try to expand it like you're all doing, because your kids have friends, and be makar of the friends, and you make them comfortable, you make them at home, and the end will be that they will look for you and say, hey, what is that? You want to learn? What is that? And they'll gravitate. Influence, gravitate. These are things that are not pulling. Hey, you want to daven? Hey, you want to learn? No. They will come looking for you. I'd rather they take one step out of their own free will, out of wanting to go in the direction of Hashem, than 1,000 steps, even if they take it because you're bribing them, pulling them, and all that other stuff. This is the way you get kids back.